G'day viewers, this is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel. I've finally got my Nipkoff disc mounted onto the motor in effect that it's not too warped when spinning. Mind you, it's still actually far from perfect, as it does still slightly wonky, and of course the motor is vibrating as a result of it. I don't know if there ain't really much I can do about that, seeing I'm pretty much building this from homemade stuff, and yeah, precision is just something that not easily achieved when building with whatever you can find around the house. But anyhow, yeah, I'll first switch the motor off as it's a bit too loud. Anyhow, talking about this motor, let's break it. So it's slowing down right now. Yeah, it is a bit warped, but nothing much I can do. Anyway, yeah, mounting this disc on the motor was a real pain in the arse for me. I tried finding suitable nuts that will fit onto the shaft threading, but couldn't find any, and plus the shaft's about an M8 standard, and the thread was like a specialised thread for the fan propeller, but yeah, unfortunately didn't fit standard M8 nuts. So what I ended up so yeah, I tried making wood nuts. You can see remnants of one right there, and a few others. I made a few of them and tried screwing them on, and they just, I had hell of a trouble with them. They pretty much split when I tried screwing this disc to them nuts, and that was one of my problems. The other problem was they couldn't screw on very straight, and they screwed on very wonky, so this disc was pretty much all over the shop. It was a frustrating process, a lot of very time consuming, but in the end I decided to drill the thread, the inner threading off one of the M8 nuts, slip it in there, put some heat shrink. It's a bit hard to see, but I'll put some heat shrink at the back of further down the shaft so I can support the nuts. Then I'll put some washers at the back and put the disc on, put a washer at the front, and then I managed to screw the nut up at the front in a little bit over the thread, and so it's thread locked in there pretty much. And this was still very wonky, so I just moved it around a bit until it sort of got as straight as I can get it. I think the disc is actually a bit warped anyhow, but yeah, I've got it as straight as I can get it, and yeah, it's not quite as warped as it originally was. So this is about as good as I can get it. Might actually get rid of that streak of glue. That might also help stop the warpiness a bit. So yeah, I've done that now. So now I've got the disc portion pretty much completed, except I need a motor speed control. For testing purposes, I'm going to be using some manual braking so I can see if I can even get a picture at all. Then after that I'll incorporate a speed control, hopefully get it as pretty well synchronized. So, well, what I could do is just use a speed control and a braking system. I don't know, I'm not sure what to do yet, but I'll work it out. Over here I've got my bank of 20 LEDs, yellow LEDs, mounted inside a light box. Yeah, what I've done was I made this out of cardboard, a few layers of cardboard. On the inside I've used silver cellophane to hopefully intensify the light. And I've put some plastic bag material over the front to diffuse the LED, so it looks pretty much like one light. I'm going to hook it up and stepped on something. Okay, I'm going to hook it up. Bear with me for a sec. And yeah, it should give a nice diffused light. So be a second. Alrighty, got it hooked up to me. Variable power source, switch her on. Hey, as you can see, the LEDs are pretty well diffused. It's still noticeable. They still don't exactly look 100% like a single light, but for my purposes, I'd say close enough. I've got my disc working as good as I can get it, and I've got my light source for the picture. Hopefully I'll get a nice good picture at the size of this light box. Just got to now make the control circuitry so it will pulsate at its varying levels according to the video information, and away I go with it. And of course here I'm going to I've got to build my speed control and perhaps a braking system with it, and hopefully we'll get a reasonably synchronized picture. So that's the status of my larger mechanical televisor project at present. This is Troy from the Troy's Visual Arts channel signing out.